What's up YouTube, Pokemon here, welcome back to the channel. Now I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded, but I am back, I'm ready to go, and I'm just keen to talk about all things Pokemon again. Obviously there's a lot of crazy things happening right now. If you've been living under a rock, you might not know, but you probably aren't, so you will. And we'll discuss that in this video. But yeah, I'm back and I'm ready to go. So Destined Rivals dropped the other day, Monday, the 24th of March. And if you try to get it, I'm sure you're scarred by this image right here. I wasn't able to get any. Discord was going crazy. The queuing system was bonkers. It was a bloodbath. And it's not nice to be experiencing this in the hobby right now. And that's kind of what I want to discuss in today's video. Talk about the hobby in general, how it's looking, the landscape for it, and kind of my approach moving forward after, not even just Destined Rivals, but the UPC for Prismatic Evolutions, even Journey Together. I mean, it wasn't as bad, but it was still bad. And it's just like, this is just not going to slow down anytime soon. So we need to approach the hobby in a different way. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get into the video, and I hope you enjoy. Now, guys, it has been probably over a month since I last uploaded, so you might have forgotten that this 151 booster bundle, despite how long it's been, is still in play. Once the channel reaches 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving this away. These are going up, so it's actually kind of beneficial that it's been taking so long to do this giveaway, because these keep going up and up and up. They're now up to like 80 quid. When I first started, they were like 40 quid. So you're getting profitable. The longer it takes, the more profitable you're going to be if you win this, but I am giving it away. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, all you need to do to enter is really easy. Is one, make sure that you're subscribed, and then two, drop a like and a comment on this video right here. Now it has to be this video because I'll be doing a random comment checker on this video to pick the comment. And if you win, you'll be walking away with this 151 booster bundle. So make sure you don't miss out and get involved. Okay guys, so let's take ourselves back to that fateful Monday, the 24th of March. The weekend, but the week before, everyone had been expecting Destined Rivals to drop on the Thursday or the Friday. There's historic data to suggest that every previous set from Scarlet and Violet has released a week before the next set's being meant to release. So for example, Journey Together releases on Friday the 27th, I think it is, or 28th. And last week would have been a week before the Journey Together drop, where potentially Destined Rivals would be dropped on the Pokemon Center, but that wasn't the case. We hadn't had the reveals for the set yet, for Glory of Team Rocket, and that's typically when we get the drop for the full set, which is going to be Heatwave Arena and Team Rocket combined to Destined Rivals. When we get the full set released, we usually get the drop of the product on the Pokemon Center. So it didn't happen on Friday or Thursday of last week, but Monday comes around and we finally get a leak. This was leaked on, well, it wasn't leaked, it was revealed on Twitter first by the Pokemon Company, or there was a few places that revealed it, but Poker Beach revealed it as well. 24th of March, 7:52 a.m. Now this is EST, I believe, so it wouldn't be in the UK time, but we got the drop. So Destined Rivals release, we've got the full pack art here. We've got these amazing pack arts of Giovanni, Team Rocket, Ethan and Ho-Oh, and Cynthia and Garchomp. Amazing Elite Trainer boxes. All the products here, really, really cool artwork. It's iconic. It is genuinely iconic. Like, you've got, on the Elite Trainer box, you've got Mewtwo and Giovanni in this like really iconic pose. And it's just very nostalgic. It's such an amazing artwork. And I think that's why this set is so hyped. This artwork alone is going to cause this ETB to be one of the most expensive ETBs in modern Pokemon history. I personally believe, and I think that's a sentiment shared by a lot of the community. You've also got a differentiation between Elite Trainer boxes in terms of color. So now you've got more collectability. You've got the black one for the regular Elite Trainer box, and then in the inverse colors on the Pokemon Center one. I mean, personally, I prefer the black one. I think the colors work a lot nicer, but you do have that collectability there. So anyway, we get the drop in the morning, and right, okay, cool. This could now drop on the Pokemon Center. And lo and behold, it did. And that's when the carnage ensued. So if you weren't there, if you weren't available weren't ready there to get in queue or to try and get this set, what happened is you join the Pokemon Center, you get slapped in a queue, And there was a way people were able to check the queue. If you were to go into the inspect element and go into the networking tab, you could see how far along you were in the queue. And when it started, it was like, 50K, 70K. Towards the end of the drop, you were at 2 million people in the queue waiting to get in. Now, I got in on my mobile and I tried to pay. I tried to pay like 18 times, and each time I'd approve my bank on the app and it would just load up the page and it wouldn't go through. It would just reset the page. Extremely frustrating. I then got kicked out of the website, sent to the back of the queue. My queue on my desktop kept getting reset and getting put back to the start of the queue. I was getting white screens where I was put in like a -1 in the queue and I couldn't get into the website. It was just absolutely dreadful. Now, the point of this queue was to try and stop bots and manage traffic on the site, which I understand, but it just didn't work properly. It was an awful experience. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't fun. And all of this just for one Elite Trainer box, one. Bear in mind, like, you'd be able to pick up loads before. Like, you could get up, when Prismatic Evolutions dropped, you could pick up 4 at a time. And it was up for an hour and there was no queue and it was multiple people were able to get multiple orders and they got sent that. We're just entering into a brand new, different realm of collecting, and it's next level, and it's really disheartening to be a part of right now, quite frankly. But that was the situation on Monday. It's been and gone now. The dust has kind of settled a bit, and I've had time to process. And realistically, I think that for the next year, for the rest of 2025, it's going to be not too dissimilar to what we experienced on Monday. And it's really got me thinking about how I want to move forward in this hobby and how I want to approach this hobby, because right now it's really not enjoyable. It's like a full-time job waiting around at my computer. I'm blessed because I work from home, but people who work in office every day or work in outside or whatever, they have a much less chance of getting this. Kids can't get these products. People can't enjoy these products the way they're meant to be enjoyed. I know I'm coming from an investing standpoint and I collect this product, but I'm not a flipper. I'm not a scalper. I don't buy and sell in the hype. Everything I buy right now, I'm keeping hold of for my own personal collection and for an investment for the future. I'm not trying to make a quick buck off it. And a lot of people are. And that's what's causing this absolute chaos, because people are here trying to make a quick buck. They see the dollar signs, they see the pound signs with the product, they want to buy and flip straight away. You see it on Facebook, on eBay, on everywhere. People are selling their bundles of Prismatic Evolutions for 50, 60 quid, which is over double MSRP, and people are paying it. People are really paying it. And for me, that's not okay. It's not good, and I just don't encourage that kind of behavior. And it is disheartening. Even if you come onto eBay now, we can see, I mean, this was a lot worse on release day, right? But we're seeing £300 already for Pokemon Center ETBs. Bear in mind, these eBay accounts don't have the product in hand. We don't even know if their pre-order is confirmed or guaranteed. People are buying these and just taking a risk because there's so much FOMO, there's so much fear of missing out that they aren't going to get their hands on this product, when we've seen that the Pokemon company will release more of this. And I'll be like brutally honest with you. I'm even considering buying one of these ETBs off the secondary market because I don't want to go through that experience again that I went through on Monday. I really don't want to sit there for hours and hours with the hope that I'm going to get one for MSRP, the Pokemon Center prices, and just be let down and disheartened. I was genuinely really disappointed on Monday, and I felt really sad that I wasn't able to get one. And yeah, I mean, look, people are listing A4 pieces of paper printed with the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box on there, and they're simply saying, this is an A4 printout of an ETB. Do not buy if you are a human. This is meant to be some kind of bot, catcher, haha, got ya. But there will be people that buy this because they're just not paying attention, or they're just so worried that they're going to miss out, or they're going to see, £140, £130 for an ETB and think, wow, look, I'm going to get that. And it's just a real crazy time. If we go to solds, we're seeing them sell regularly, 300, 260, 300, 300. And Pokemon Company have come out and said they're reprinting this more, guys. So, and it's not even out yet. It's just wild. And for me, I don't like this. I'm not enjoying it. We can come back on Poke Beach here, and we can come on this little article here that says, Shortly after the Pokemon Center website opened a queue to place orders, each time you join the queue, there were between 1 to 2 million people waiting in line. The stock ultimately sold out within an hour or two. And bear in mind, right, people were buying this product after 2-3 hours waiting in the queue. And we've seen mass people get cancellations on the Pokemon Center because they apparently oversold the stock. And now people's ETBs that they were so happy to have achieved and to have obtained are now showing as cancelled on the Pokemon Center. It's just a big disaster. It's a nightmare. It's horrible. Now, the Pokemon Center website's updated its FAQ to state more inventory of the Destined Rivals Elite Trainer box will become available later this year. So there will be more product of this coming out. It's unclear to know how much, when, and they say here it's unclear if the website was simply holding back product for a later date, such as when the set officially launches, or if this means that the Pokemon company is planning to print more to meet the demand. As you remember, after the Prismatic Evolutions release in January, the Pokemon company announced that more Prismatic Evolutions would be printed as quickly as possible. Doesn't seem like that, really, to be honest, because it's still impossible to get. In a related notice, the website also stated if you place an order this morning but your shipping address did not show on the confirmation page, allow up to 5 days for their system to update. They state we're experiencing increased traffic which may result in occasional delays in displaying information. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it kind of transpires over the next few days and what happens with this. But like I said, people's orders are getting cancelled. People who ordered after 5 p.m. I mean, PokerJ's, I'm in his Discord. He's sent a bit of a message saying that he got one at 3:30 a.m. on the day after they dropped. So fuck knows what's going on. It's a nightmare. And yeah, I kind of wanted to discuss this whole topic and cover it really because I know that a lot of people are feeling frustrated, myself included. And I'm here to say, like, yes, it's frustrating, but it's time to look elsewhere. It's time to look at other options within the hobby. There's still plenty of plays to be made. I know it sucks not being able to get the latest product. I personally am feeling very disheartened about Destined Rivals because look at it. There's no denying the hype for it is real because the set's amazing. I think Journey Together was just like hype, like fake hype. This is real hype. This is the real knockout artwork. We haven't seen the full set, but we all know we're going to get a Team Rocket's Mewtwo as an SIR. And I'm excited for that. And I'm hyped for this set. And Journey Together, I wasn't hyped for, and I didn't buy any Journey Together. I mean, I got one booster box, but that's it. So, yes, doom and gloom and horrible things happening with the new sets, but let's start to use our brains. Let's start to look elsewhere within the hobby about how we can make plays and how we can enjoy the hobby. Now, there are still products available on the Pokemon Center. There's still Paradox Rift booster box. There's still Temporal Forces booster box. I haven't checked the prices of these on the open market. They could be cheaper, but things like this is where you can be putting your money if you wanted to. There's no harm in buying these older Scarlet and Violet sets. Now, you could be thinking you're worried about reprints. Now, yes, reprints are potentially going to be coming, but the strength of the market is so strong that it's just going to absorb every reprint. Surging Sparks are going to get absorbed. Twilight Masquerade, it was on the Pokemon Center for, a few days, back in stock, and it got eaten up. They aren't going to last long. And I've been hearing from stores that the allocation of these reprints are extremely low. 1 case, 2 cases of Surging Sparks. That's not enough. It's not enough to meet the demand right now. And it's not going to make a dent on the price of these products. They will still continue to rise. In fact, they may even go more higher than what they were before the reprints, just because of the reinitiated demand for the product. So start to look at things that are available, the things that no one else is looking at. That's where you want to paying your attention on. The Paradox Rift, the Temporal Forces, because I promise you, once these sell out, I've said it before and I'll say it again, once these sell out, they will start to go crazy. And the reprints may come, but they'll get to a point where the reprints won't come anymore and they'll just start to skyrocket over and over again. And they are right there in front of you to pick up, right? Now, I'll be transparent. I won't be picking up these products because my game plan for this is to get Prismatic as much as possible at MSRP. All my capital is going towards Prismatic. Now, if I was going to give you recommendations, I would say the exact same thing. Prismatic is hard to pick up, but it's not impossible. Now, I have been using notification discords like PokeNotify and Rattle. I'll leave the links in the description. I'm not partnered with any of them, but it is to a point now where you have to use these notification bots sites because you're just going to miss out otherwise. And they have been able to allow me to pick up a lot of Prismatic product, and I recommend you do the same. I think for me right now, pick up as much Prismatic as possible at MSRP. That's the game plan. That's the goal. There may be a few sets I might be tempted with, like for example, Twilight Masquerade. I didn't pick up any on the Pokemon Center. I kind of wish I got like maybe 1 or 2 boxes, but I'm not too disheartened. Prismatic Evolution is my focus, and I think that should be yours. Again, I said I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not really, because Twilight Masquerade is cheaper on the Pokemon Center, and it's not a bad play right now. Sadly enough, 130, 140, 150 is now the new MSRP for booster boxes. Like 6 months ago, it was like 90 quid. But we're not 6 months ago anymore. We are in a point at position where £138 is now a good value for a booster box, which is crazy. Now let's have a little look at, let's say, Paradox Rift, and just see what it compares to the Pokemon Center, because it should be a little bit cheaper. We're seeing 140, 135 with £3 postage, so a little bit cheaper than the Pokemon Center. So if you did want to pick up some of these other Scarlet and Violet booster boxes, I would not be opposed whatsoever. But personally, Prismatic Evolutions is the way to go. Destined Rivals will be a bloodbath, and you will more than likely be left disappointed. And you have to be okay with that, because that's the kind of market, that's the kind of landscape we're in right now. And you got to start thinking about alternative plays, because that's what I'm doing. And I think that's going to save you a lot of heartache in the future. Bit of a sad video to come back on after so many months away from creating content. But, you know, this is what's the reality of the Pokemon hobby is right now. And this is what I wanted to discuss. Just remember, guys, it is disheartening, but there are other plays to be made. Start using your brain. Start thinking, right, what can I look at that other people aren't looking at? Because that's where the smart money is moving. That's where the smart people are going, look, okay, Paradox Rift, no one's buying it. Why is no one buying it? Undervalued. Let's pick some up. And you'll see the profits in the future. But yeah, I mean, that's it for today, guys. There'll be some more positive content coming soon, I promise, but I had to talk about this. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.